Hello, friends. It's Deshante, and I'm back again for another Testimony Tuesday. I haven't seen y'all in a couple of weeks, but hey, y'all. Today we're going to be talking about why I decided to choose Jesus for real. Okay, and so I started off. I guess I'll start off in my childhood. I did go to church when I was younger with my grandmother. And so I did have a family that believed in God. I think in my teen years, I kind of like stopped going to church, and my immediate family didn't go to church. Like my mom, she didn't go to church every Sunday, so I didn't go to church like that in my teen years. And so as I got older and graduated high school and got married, I went off to the military and began to have kids and all of those things, and went to college. And I had believed in God and would go to church occasionally. On Easter, I was a faithful Easter Sunday show up, okay? I would show up on Easter or, some significant holiday, maybe like New Year's service or something, or when I had problems. But yeah, wasn't a faithful churchgoer like all my childhood or anything like that. Well, in college, I started like exploring, and as I got married and got older and had kids, I went to college and I was taking philosophy. I started exploring like different religions, like different world religions, like Buddhism and Hinduism and the Quran and all of these different religions that I discovered as I was studying. And I started to really be interested in like life's purpose. Like I was in my 20s, so I was like, what is life's purpose? Why are we here? What are we supposed to be doing? What am I supposed to be doing? Asking those type of questions, looking for places of healing and just exploring, I'm naturally like an explorer, an adventurer, and I love reading. So I was just reading about all these different religions. I would kind of surface level dive into all of them. Like there was a time period when I like studied Hinduism for a little bit, and then there was a time period where I studied like Buddhism, and I was really thought like, oh, that was a way to live, and believed in like all of the teachings and was starting to get involved in that. And then I discovered like the Quran for a period, and I read that and about the lifestyle of how they lived and how their families lived, and I was studying that for a period, and just really exploring all of these different, like I said, religions, different communities, different lifestyles. And what I was looking for was purpose. I was looking for healing. I was looking for like deliverance and freedom of life. Like what was life all about, right? And in all of that, was able to discover things about the world that I didn't know. I didn't know it was so many religions. Okay, there are a lot, but as I was going on and like studying these religions, I really was getting to a point where I needed more. Like I really wanted to understand how I can have real change in my life. And as I was going through and like trying these different things, these different religions, I wasn't discovering like real change. Like I was trying to discover my real purpose, and I wanted to better myself in my life. I wanted to be free and be healed of like mental and emotional struggles I had, depression and anxiety and just battles I had in my life. I wanted to understand how to have a good marriage. I wanted to know how to be a great mom, a great parent, and not having one of my parents as a child, and how that was affecting me. Like I was looking for things on a deeper level, and none of these religions were really helping me to like get those answers, get that healing, get what I needed. I also, in studying those things, I like started trying other things like crystal healing. Like people would give me rocks or like the little crystal necklaces, and they would say that this will bring you clarity and this will bring you peace. And so I would even begin to explore those, but I didn't feel like I was getting clarity or peace, to be honest. I didn't feel it. So I even tried things like tarot cards, especially when I was younger, like tarot cards and numerology, and going to psychics to see how they could help me. And none of these things, actually, the psychic thing is a whole story. I should do a testimony on that. I stay away from psychics. That's my advice. Don't know. That's not of God. But it actually made some things worse in my life when I began to explore going to psychics and things like that. So yeah, after all of that, after not finding healing and like true purpose and meaning, I was just like, okay, none of this stuff is working. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, I was going to therapy and all these different things, and basically none of it was working. It was just like my life was just continuing on, and I was like, okay, if all of these different religions and different modalities, I guess, like with the crystal healing and tarot cards and numerology were supposed to work, then why wasn't it working? One night a lot changed. Like I remember I had like a really huge fight with my husband, and I remember just being on the floor crying because I was just tired. I was tired of being mom. I was tired of being wife. I was just tired, okay? And I remember laying on the floor and just hearing God and talking to God and hearing him say, like, come to me. Like, that I basically need to come to him. Like, I needed to find him. And I remember being like, okay, God, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna try you. I'm gonna go to church. I'm gonna do something different because I want my life to change. And that night, I remember my husband, he had to like pick me up off the ground because I just could not get up. Like, I was just done, okay? And I just remember after that, finding a church, like Googling a church in our area and starting to go to church and starting to like attend Bible study and starting to get involved with the pastors and serving at church and reading the Bible and going to like counseling with the pastors. And I remember that really, like, my life began to change, like almost like immediate. My life began to change. Like, it was almost so immediate that all these other things I had explored never had gave me that. And I was like, oh, like, Jesus is for real, okay? He is for real when he says, like, he is the way and the truth and the life. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my testimony of how I really came to try Jesus for real. I explored all these different religions, different modalities. I explored Hinduism and Buddhism and reading the Quran, and then I explored crystal healing, and I explored tarot cards and numerology, and none of these things worked. And then I just decided to try Jesus for real, and my life almost like immediately began to shift. Not that everything was like great, but there was a shift that I recognized in myself from meeting Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. And so that is why I follow Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior for real, because he is the one who came in and truly began to change my heart, change my life, change my family, change my perspective, and truly give me a purpose. All right? Hope that helps someone. Be blessed. See you guys next time. Bye.